after you have picked the hair straight up and you prepared for the cut, you want to use your adjustable clippers with it closed. You can cut it to 0. And what I like to do, if your mirror is there, straight ahead, facing the mirror, and what I do is start right in the middle, just start shaping. As I'm shaping, I'm using my comb or pick to lightly pick it up. I'm off to the side. My clippers are sitting in my hand like this. I can see exactly what I'm looking at. Clippers in the hand. I'm going to step behind it. I'm looking directly into the mirror to see how the shape is going. Pick up a little bit on the side of it. Right behind it. One thing I've learned too while doing Afro cuts, having a white shirt, if you're doing dark hair, it's easy to, when you look in the mirror, to be able to see your cut. And this haircut should be cut dry. Should be a dry cut. See how the shape is coming? One important thing about cutting the Afro is listening to your client. Your client, you need to find out which direction your client cuts or which direction your client shapes their hair or pick their hair. If your client picks their hair to the back, then you want to cut it to the back. If your client picks their hair to the front, then you want to cut it to the front. If the client just picked it straight up, then you can decide which way, if you want to cut to the back and then keep picking up. But find out which direction your client picks their hair on their Afro, because you don't want to, if your client picks their hair to the front, then you do a haircut to the back, and when they leave, they pick it forward, it's not going to be in place. So you want to make sure you shape the Afro in a direction that your client picks their hair. I'm shaping around the sides. I mean, Afros are fun haircuts to cut. I mean, you're actually sculpting a haircut. You're sculpting the hair. This is your project. I know some people are afraid of them, but if you keep practicing at it, you'll get it. So once again, I'm using my pick. I'm trying to pick everything straight out or to the back. On the sides, picking the sides out, making sure my clippers parallel to the scalp. side now. So I'm kind of coming over the top. I could stand over here and cut this way also. But I like to see where I'm cutting. I like to be right over the top. Clipper still sitting like this. Look at it from a distance through the mirror. So we got a little hair here that's kind of long. You gotta use your mirror on the Afro cut. You're creating a little ball. So as I come down here, I'm gonna start going in. Start tapering in. Still picking it, tapering in. So on this side here, so I'm gonna start tapering in on this side also. Make sure you pick it out. And as you're doing this Afro cut, you just have to know you have to get your template first. As I'm cutting the circle, the round circle, of course I see that it's kind of heavy here. You know, what I want to do is I want to get it into the Afro shape. Then I can go back and detail. Then I can go back and make sure everything is perfect. But right now it's all about knocking down the hair pretty much at the same length all the way around. So I want to get as close as possible. And turn around to the back so you guys can see the back. Picking it out. And I'm coming down. This way I'm holding it. Holding it to my back side. Just cutting blade going across. Just follow like it's a ball. Just like a ball. Just laying it right on and following all the way around. Trying to keep that clipper parallel to the scalp evenly all the way around. Picking it out. Once again, this is getting the hair at a template of your Afro. Once you get it all down and close, then you can go back and detail. We're slightly touching the scalp at the neckline. And just so you know, you probably won't have many afros that's this big when you come in. So if you can tame this, you'll be able to tame a smaller afro. And just take your time. Take your time. So now we're starting to get our shape. Another great thing that I do is I have my client pick through their hair. And they pick it the way they're going to pick it when they leave. I don't pick it and pat it. Don't pat it. But just pick it in the direction that they're going to pick it when they leave the shop. After that, then I go through again detailing with the trimmer, with the clippers to make sure everything is laying in the right direction. That way when they leave and they pick it, the hair will stay in the spot that it should be in. Also, I get to see the way they pick it and make sure that I'm cutting it in the same pattern. Okay, now I am close. Now it's time to go through in detail. I see it's a little bit long here, I see it's a little bit heavier here. So now it's time to balance. So we're gonna go through and balance everything now. So we got a nice perfect bald afro. Not like bald, but like a ball. B-A-L-L. So this is process. I'm always getting behind it, looking at it at a distance, make sure everything is even. And one thing that I usually do, once I get back to creating my template and it's time to shape, if I see one side that's shorter than the other, I detail the shorter side first. So the shorter side is perfect. Then I go to the big side, the heavier side, and match it with the side I just made perfect. Now, if this side is shorter, and then I go and try to even this up, but I haven't made this side perfect, then I'm gonna even this up and I'm gonna end up taking this down more, and this side is still gonna be a little bit bigger. So always find my lowest point, clean up the lowest point first. After I clean up the lowest point, then I match it with the other side. This haircut is symmetrical. So now we want to go to this side here. I'm balancing this side to this side now. Just taking the clippers right along the neckline and catching the hair on the neckline. Alright, I'm going to take a good look up front, directly at her. a little bit here, and you got a nice little shape. Got a little hair falling in on the hairline here. All right. Nice little part here. All right. So this here is our afro. Once you're done, you can find a light spritz, holding spray. Spray it at a distance. Spray it at a distance. You can just pat it and like just touch it. Just touch it. Touch it. Just touch it. Just a little touch. And you have your afro. All right, let's see what you guys can do.